What's going on, everybody? As you may know, there are a total of 8 5-star banners for you to choose from and for you to pull from in version 3.0 of Honkai Star Rail. Now, let me say this right now, most of these 5 stars you really don't need. A lot of them are just overkill. And I have a little list. I have a little list made for this video. It's in my head, but still, I think the number one character in version 3.0 who I think everybody should go for is Robin. Robin is the one of, if not the number one best harmony units in this game as of right now. Tribi is a 3.1, but she's not even coming out anytime soon. As of right now, I would say Robin is probably the best character in this game. Robin single-handedly is why people are able to zero cycle MOC in the first place. Granted, MOC has been pretty easy from launch up until the HP inflation began. But still, Robin allows for some insane team comps. Robin is a part of all the best team comps in the game, especially FART. You may have heard FART, F-A-R-T, the acronym. You know, Fei Xiao, Aventurine, Robin, and Topaz. One of the best team comps in this game. Robin opens up so many doors. She boosts crit damage, attack. She has 100% action advance for everybody on the team with her ultimate, and that might even apply to Memo Sprites, who of course are coming in 3.0. So Robin, absolutely insane. She's going to be getting her rerun in the second half of 3.0, but that's still a little while from now, right? That's all the way in February. Let me talk about the first phase of 3.0. There's going to be 5-star Herda, Lingsha, Fei Xiao, and Jade. Now, there's a rumor that Jade will be able to work well with 5-star Herda, but let me say this right now. You all my life on everything, you don't need Jade and you don't need Herda either. If you want Herda or Jade because they look good, you think they're hot, by all means go for them. But I, as a free-to-play player, was able to get a score of 40,000 on the latest Pure Fiction with the Grit mechanic with 4-star Herda and an E1 S1 Himiko. And that's quite literally it. Granted, I had Aventurine and E3 S1 Sparkle, but with that team comp, I was able to easily get 40k on Pure Fiction. On the other half, I used Firefly because it was just so mind-numbingly easy. I could even do it on auto battle. So you don't need any premium erudition character. I'd make the argument even that you could use Himiko and Herda on one side together, and then on the other, for Pure Fiction, you could just use Firefly, Acheron, Fei Xiao, even anybody. You get a score of 20k on the first half, and then on the other 40k, and you're good. You'll be good to go. So as of right now, I don't think any erudition 5-star is worth it, and that it does include Argenti, but one exception would be Rappa. Rappa's still good, but she's not in this patch, so doesn't count. Next is Lingsha. Lingsha, insane, but you don't really need her. I could see her being used as a DPS. People do use DPS Lingsha even though she's an abundance character, because really she's just an erudition character. Like, she's abundance in name only. She's an erudition that can also heal, so I might go for her because I have a Himiko build that scales off of crit and break, which it does actually work. It's actually insane. So I might get Lingsha just to pop off and go absolutely nuts in this game. I can definitely do that with Lingsha, but Lingsha, I think, overkill, just like with 5-star Herda, just like with Jade. I don't think Lingsha is really... she's good, but if you want to use her as a replacement for Gallagher at least, or just as a sustain, I think you are honestly making a mistake. I would not recommend going for Lingsha unless you just like the way she looks. And lastly, for phase 1 is Fei Xiao. Fei Xiao is one of, if not the best DPSs in this game. She does single target damage since she's Hunt, but it doesn't really matter. She still does insane damage. I would recommend Fei Xiao, but the meta is about to shift, right? We don't know how much longer Fei Xiao will stay up in the meta, but as of right now, she's still doing numbers, bro. She is still hitting hard. Fei Xiao wouldn't be... I don't think you'd be making a mistake by picking up Fei Xiao. So whether or not you want Face Shao is entirely up to you, but if you skip her, I don't think you're missing out. If you get her, I don't think it's a waste. What I do think is a waste is going for Jade or 5-star Herda or even Lingsha. I get that Lingsha is good, right? And Herda and Jade might work together, but I really think that Herda and Jade are just overkill if you're gonna use them in perfection, right? Because they're erudition. And Lingsha, I think honestly is also overkill. And I'm speaking from someone who has max stars on all 3 of the endgame modes right now without using any of these units, without using 5-star Herda, even though she's not here, without Lingsha, and without Jade. I have Jade, but I have no one to use her with because she's just bad. Now, let me talk about Aglia, right? I talked about Robin in the second half, but let's talk Aglia. Aglia and Remembrance Trailblazer can do some funny stuff. They can definitely pop off and do good, but Aglia is the first ever Remembrance DPS, meaning that I don't think she'll be entirely power crept, since power creep is a term that's thrown around way too loosely in this community. Power creep is not as rampant as people are making it out to be. A lot of people mistake power creep for HP scaling, which HP scaling is a big issue. Power creep is not. With that being said though, I think Aglia will be slightly power crept by Casters or the next 2 Remembrance DPSs that will be coming to the game. She won't be power crept for a while, but I think people will have a little bit of a harder time using her compared to the newer Remembrance characters along the 3.x patch cycle. You get what I mean? So Aglia, she'll be good, but I don't think she'll be good long term. But I mean, hey, listen, I'm still using Jingliu. I'm still 36-starring MOC with a Jingliu. I could 12-star Apocalyptic Shadow with Jingliu on one half and Himiko on the other, without even using Firefly, Face Shao, Acheron, any of these DPSs. So this game is not that hard. If you want to pick up Aglia, you think she's hot, go for her. I don't think you're making a mistake. Now, let's talk about the last 2 5-stars on Boohill. Boohill, like I said, if you think he's cool, go for him. I think he's cool. I really like his design, but he's a hunt character, and I'm gonna sound like a dick for saying this, but there is absolutely 0 reason why you should ever go for Boohill, because Face Shao is just a better character. She's just a better hunt character. Boohill's fine, but he's not up there with Face Shao. I get that he works differently from Face Shao, but it's like picking Jingliu over Firefly. They're both destruction characters, but one is blatantly better. You get what I mean? It's like picking Luocha over Aventurine. It's like building Gepard over Aventurine. Boohill cool. He's fine. He's awesome, but you don't need him. And the last one, Silverwolf, insta skip. That's where I end off the video. Do not go for Silverwolf. She's just not viable in this day and age. The one thing that she's good at, Firefly just does better as a DPS. So don't go for Silverwolf unless, once again, unless you're like head over heels in love with Silverwolf. But Silverwolf is not in the best team comps, not anymore. Mono Quantum is that's an ancient term. Mono Quantum stopped being relevant in 2023, but that's about it. I'll say y'all goodbye.